Hey 49er fans, Ryan Rose here with you. We're talking Charlotte 49ers golf, the last foray into the Atlantic 10. We've got a couple guys that will be back for another year after this, and we'll get to their stories in a second. Ryan Cabbage, head coach, second year here at Charlotte. Welcome back to the studio.
Thank you for having us back.
A successful year last year, and we brought a couple guys that have been making waves and should continue to do so here in the spring. Joe Toland, a junior. Raoul Menard, who is a sophomore on the team. Last year when we sat in these chairs, we talked about, transition to a new coach and, what challenges you might face. You had a very upperclassman-laden team last year, 4 seniors, 2 juniors. Raoul and Joe were the only really underclassmen. Well, this year, these are the elder statesmen. You've brought in 5 freshmen on this squad, so more than half the team are freshmen. What does that mean to the way you approach things this year with such a big turnaround in age and experience?
Well, I think the approach changes from a standpoint that you have to pay closer attention to probably the little things with some of these younger guys. With freshmen, I've always said that the golf doesn't change, regardless of if you're a freshman, if you're a senior. The day-to-day, being efficient with your time management, things like that, those are the things that those guys have to learn as they come in. Same thing these guys had to experience as a freshman themselves. So from a golf standpoint, the message really doesn't change in terms of the way we want to approach the game and the way that we want to play and the expectation level. The day-to-day activity of making sure those guys are managing their time academically, athletically, those are the things that you have to watch and kind of keep an eye on with the younger guys. Those guys that were seniors last year, you didn't have to keep an eye on that. They had kind of been through that and understood those things. And one thing I'd mentioned last year to you is I learned from those guys last year. I was the first-year guy. Mm-hmm. They were the upperclassmen, and I a lot of times would ask them questions about where do I go for this, where do I go for that. This year, there's a little more instruction from my standpoint as a coach to these younger guys.
And that's got to be weird for you guys because being really the 2 young guys last year, Joe, you show up back here in the fall, and that's a 360. I mean, you've got 1 senior ahead of you, you got 1 sophomore behind you, you got a transfer in here as a junior as well.
Right.
You're an elder statesman now. Was that kind of odd to have so many new faces and kind of feel like you're a mentor?
Yeah, no, definitely different. I mean, coming in, much more older team, obviously, experienced guys, seniors last year. We lost Willie after my first year. And it was just kind of looking to those guys, what do I do, how do I do this, where do I go type thing. So, I mean, to come in this year and have the complete opposite and me be the guy that they're looking at, I mean, it's different. It's fun, though. It's good to have different experiences and having those guys running around like crazy trying to figure out what to do. Definitely a fun thing.
Isn't it weird when you show up and everything is new and, you learn it, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you look to your left and your right, you're like, I'm the old guy. Yeah. You're the only player. This year is your 3rd year because Braden transferred in and Franco Castro transferred in. So you're the only guy that has 2 years experience at Charlotte. You're the elder statesman. How does that feel?
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. Weird. Yeah, no, I mean, it goes by quick. Yeah.
Hopefully you get a chance to cherish it along the way. That's kind of the goal. And Raoul, I mean, the experience you gained last year winning the Atlantic 10 Conference Championship, the only second ever player as a freshman to be Rookie and Player of the Year. I'm going to throw that out there right off. But turn around to this year, and you talk about the rounds of experience you have with Charlotte golf with, as I mentioned, Franco transferring in. You're also one of the elder statesmen. How strange does that sound as a sophomore to be a guy that has a lot of experience?
I mean, definitely strange a little bit, but I mean, I try to be an example for whoever, just trying to act normal, and these guys should follow. I mean, they're mature enough, they're good athletes. Obviously, it's a different team, but it's a source of motivation too. Mm-hmm. They want to beat us. They're freshmen, so they're just coming at us, and they try to make their way in their lineup, and we try to respond and show the example and show them that we can play too. So it's fun. It's cool to have new guys, and I think we responded well, and we'll keep doing it.
Gotta compete with them, but also mentor them at the same time, which is kind of the interesting dynamic with golf. And this freshman class, when I say inexperienced, not golf-wise, I mean you've got some a lot of experience from these guys at the various places that they come from. Kind of a neat group when you when you get to meet the collective, because they are from so many different places, it's very interesting what kind of melting pot you brought in here.
It is. It's a very diverse group. Dan Hendry from Dubai and Thomas Rowland from Scotland, and then, our three guys from sort of the southeast, from Florida and Georgia and North Carolina, and then Franco coming in as a transfer, but, he grew up in Alpharetta, Georgia. So it's a diverse group, but at the same time, they've really responded well. They fit in well with these guys and with Braden as the upperclassman, and have really made a very smooth transition both on and off the golf course.
You guys have gotten on a few planes, and you're going to get on a few more planes to compete. This is one sport where you're not really regionally based. You don't have to be the way that the competition out there is. And I know Coach likes to put you guys up against as many good teams as you can to prepare you for the regionals and even beyond that. So just scheduling-wise, has it been fun with all the different places, the different areas of the country to go, plus with what you have coming up the rest of the year?
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely cool to see different parts of the country, to get to, we went to San Francisco when we were out in Stockton, to get to go into different cities and kind of experience different things and food and culture. Definitely a cool part of the sport that we play.
And coming down from Canada, you've got to experience quite a bit of the U.S. in just a year and a half, and lots more to come.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, if we can travel like that all the time, there's nothing to worry about. I mean, just travel, see the world, and that's what I want to do. Play golf, have fun, and see cities. What can I ask for?
Right, and you've got, like say, you've got some guys from Europe, so they bring some more of that cultural balance to the team, and that's probably fun to see through their eyes when they go to different places and conquer different challenges. That's got to be rewarding for you as a coach too.
Yeah, absolutely. To see those guys step in and we talk about, golf is golf regardless of whether you're in Europe or whether, but that's also the reason that we play the schedule that we play, because it is different in Northern California, Southern California, Texas, Florida. So we're trying to put these guys in as many different situations as we can. We do see a little different perspective with these guys coming over, from Europe, or a guy from the Northeast, or a guy from Canada. They all kind of give that different perspective. But at the same time, learning from each other and understanding those things, it's been really neat with this team, and I'm sure it'll be neat, for many years to come with the diversity we'll have in the program.
A lot of travel, but they are local. You guys will play at the club at Irish Creek, Kannapolis, first weekend of April. So we want the fans out there to make their way up to Kannapolis April 6th and 7th to see you guys play. But then you jet setters are off and about. A-10 championships coming up end of April down in Florida. Kind of your thumbnail sketch of the league and your goals for that this year.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of the teams within the A-10 this year. We will, at Irish Creek, we'll see Xavier. We'll see Richmond there. We did see VCU earlier in the year. Those are the only three programs that we've had a chance to, or will have a chance to compete against. But, our objective, as it is every year, is to win that conference championship. And these guys are working hard, and we're looking forward to, a great spring leading up to Heron Bay and going down and Raoul defending his championship there and claiming another conference championship. And it's what we work for every day.
8 straight NCAA tournament appearances, and I know the NCAA championship is at the Crabapple course, which is where Franco Castro's from. I don't know if he's played that course, but he's got to be excited that the NCAA championship is there. Dangling fruit out there for you guys to make that. Obviously, getting to another regional is huge. We could sit here and talk golf for hours, but unfortunately, these guys got to hit the course. We really appreciate you guys taking a few minutes and stopping in. Coach Ryan Cabbage, Joe Toland Jr., and sophomore Raoul Menard. Appreciate you guys. Good luck. Best of health and good low scores out there this year, defending that title. And without one rain out one day, who knows? It could have been what it could have been. You guys were reeling in George Washington, but hopefully with a full 3-day tournament, you guys can go down there and get another title.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to it, and we'll kind of carry that with us from last year, and just be ready to go and bring that trophy back to Charlotte.
Looking for 9 straight NCAA tournament appearances. That's our golf segment. Thanks for watching. I'm Ryan Rose. Go support these guys first weekend of April, and go Niners.